Welcome back. Well, it was a nice one out there today. Temperatures not so hot. I actually got the tower cam here zoomed in over toward the new Cajun field not long before we're going to be on the field over there. But let's kick it upstairs and take a look at the big picture as we go to the water vapor imagery. And there you see the Cajun field there. Weather-wise, we are looking at, well, the same story, different week, but a little bit of a frontal trough that came through this weekend kind of pushed some of the deeper tropical moisture off to our east and southeast out into the Gulf. But we're still stuck between a ridge of high pressure that's making it super hot in the west, a ridge of high pressure over by the Bahamas. So here we go, a little weakness in the atmosphere, and this is where showers and thunderstorms, mainly on a scattered basis, will continue to flourish in the days ahead, especially during the course of the afternoons. Now, as we take a look at the regional Doppler radars, there is some activity offshore, some across southeast Texas, eastern Louisiana as well, and then farther to the east into portions of Georgia. We got the Doppler radars going across the entire Gulf Coast. Meanwhile, as we look close to home, there's not a whole lot going on. Some storminess over toward the Beaumont, Orange area back through southeast Texas, and locally just a few isolated showers. Really looking hard for shower activity down toward Terrebonne Bay and by Port Fourchon. And again, that's what we expect again tomorrow, but I think there's going to be a few more storms across the area. The atmosphere is gradually going to moisten up a little bit more so. And as we mentioned earlier, today's high was only 90 degrees. Very unusual for a sunny day in August. We'll take that. And the heat index maxed out only at 95. Tomorrow, just a little bit hotter, just a little bit more humid. That's going to be the MO as we move forward with the slightly better chance of rain chances down the road. A little bit of a tropical disturbance developing out here in the Pacific could develop. This is Tropical Storm Henrietta, so busy in the eastern Pacific, but it's starting to come out of its slumber in the Atlantic basin, and it is that time of year. We have one system that's going to come off the African coast and maybe another wave behind it. It looks pretty juicy. This one, a 50-50 chance of developing, maybe stays an Atlantic system. Too early to tell. We have newly formed Tropical Storm Dexter from last night, and this area we'll keep an eye on as we move forward later this week. This could develop into a weak system and enhance rain chances across the Carolinas, mainly North Carolina, but always have to watch this area in case it gets forced to the west-southwest, but nothing really serious threatening the Gulf of Mexico, and that is the good news. And Tropical Storm Dexter, it's a lopsided storm, all the convection to the northeast of the system, and will produce tropical storm force winds even after it becomes extra tropical and moves into the North Atlantic and dies out there, but it'll still be a storm system that could impact the UK down the road. Meanwhile, as we look into the climatology for this time of year, all the tropical activity plotted up through the months ahead, and we're getting close to the peak of the season, about to climb that mountain in the next couple of weeks. Got to remember that 90% of all tropical activity occurs after August 1st in the Atlantic basin. So we have 6 weeks to go to the peak of the season, then another 4 weeks until that peak goes down. Near term, scattered showers and a few thunderstorms for tomorrow afternoon, and we do it all over again as we get into Wednesday. And again, some active storms out there, but nothing too terribly bad or out of the norm for the summer months. But for tonight, another nice one for August for sure. Almost comfortable out there. 74 the low, then 75 is the normal, and the normal high this time of year is 93. We'll be below that again tomorrow, but you'll feel the humidity coming up just a little bit, and there will be some scattered storms during the course of the afternoon, especially along and south of the I-10 corridor. Into the 10-day forecast we go, and boy, this is just screaming typical summer weather for much of the 10-day forecast. Could see a tropical wave next week that could increase our rain chances by midweek. And meanwhile, Saturday marks the middle of the meteorological summer, so then we can look forward to fall in a couple of months. That's it for weather for now. We'll have more coming up in just a bit.